Have you ever been sitting quietly, only to have your cat suddenly leap onto your lap and settle in like you're the only piece of furniture in the house? It feels like affection, but there's a hidden conversation happening right there on your legs. Today, we're decoding the secret language your cat has been using all along. Let's get started. First, let's talk about that favorite spot of theirs, your worn hoodie or the t-shirt you just took off. You leave it on the bed, and within moments, your cat is kneading it, curling up on it, acting like it's a luxury bed. While the soft fabric is nice, the real draw is the scent. That clothing holds the most concentrated version of you in the house. When a cat buries themselves in your scent, they're trying to feel close to you when you're not around. Studies on feline behavior show this is most common in cats who share a particularly deep connection with their human. The stronger the bond, the more they'll seek out your scent as a comfort object. Now, think about this next touch. You reach out, and instead of backing away, your cat turns their head and firmly presses their cheek against your hand. It feels like an affectionate nuzzle, but it's actually a powerful form of communication. Cats have scent glands packed into their cheeks, each one carrying a unique chemical signature. When they rub against you, they aren't just asking for a scratch, they are staking a claim. They are marking you with their personal scent, a signal in the feline world that says, "This one is mine." It's not just a nuzzle, it's a declaration of ownership. Now, let's move to a part of your cat's body that acts like a live news ticker for their mood, the tail. If you see a tail held high like a flagpole, that's pure confidence and happiness. It's your cat's way of saying, life is good. A tail curved into a question mark shape, that's an open invitation for a play session. But a tail that's puffed up like a bottle brush signals terror or aggression. And a tail tucked low indicates anxiety or submission. Learning to read this one appendage is like gaining a direct text message feed to your cat's emotions. But the tail is just the beginning. The ears are the punctuation that completes the sentence. A cat's ears are controlled by a complex network of muscles, allowing them to swivel independently and broadcast their attention. Ears pointed forward show they're curious and engaged. Ears swiveled to the side indicate they're relaxed and content. But when those ears are pinned flat against the skull, that's a critical warning. A cat in this state is feeling terrified, defensive, or is in pain. This is where many owners misstep. Reaching for a cat with pinned ears is how you get scratched. They aren't being aggressive, they're screaming for you to give them space. Then, there's the classic feline maneuver we all know, the belly trap. Your cat flops over, showing off that soft, vulnerable stomach, looking absolutely irresistible. You reach down for a belly rub, and instant chaos. Teeth, claws, and confusion. Here's the truth about that fluffy display. When a cat shows you their belly, they aren't asking for a rub. They're giving you the highest compliment a cat can offer. They trust you completely. They're exposing their most vulnerable spot to show they feel safe. Petting that area can trigger a defensive reflex because, in nature, that spot is for guarding, not grooming. So, next time you see the belly, appreciate the trust and give a chin scratch instead. Here's a subtle behavior that reveals the social hierarchy in your home. If you live with other people, pay attention to who your cat greets first when they enter a room. It's not random. Cats are incredibly selective with their social energy. They will move toward the person whose presence feels most predictable, whose scent is most comforting, and with whom they feel the most emotionally secure. The person they consistently approach first isn't necessarily the one who fills the food bowl. It's the one they've chosen as their primary source of safety. Have you ever petted your cat, only for them to immediately start licking the spot you just touched? Many owners feel a bit rejected, thinking their cat is cleaning away the touch. But the truth is much deeper. When a cat grooms a spot you've touched, they are tasting and analyzing your scent, blending it into their own. They're not erasing your touch, they're absorbing you into their identity. And when your cat has had enough petting, do they run away? No. They often stand up and walk away with a slow, deliberate pace, maybe sitting nearby with their back turned. It might feel like a snub, but in cat language, that's a signal of profound trust. A threatened cat would keep its eyes on you. Turning its back is the ultimate sign of safety. a way of saying, I trust you so much I don't need to watch you. Speaking of trust, what about those 3 a.m. staring sessions? You wake up to find your cat inches from your face, eyes locked on you. It can be unsettling, but it's not a sign of a feline conspiracy. Cats are crepuscular, meaning they're most active at dawn and dusk. During those quiet hours, their protective instincts kick in. Your cat watching you sleep is a guarding behavior. In a multi-animal household, the one who sleeps closest to you often sees themselves as your personal protector. You have a tiny, furry guardian. Now, let's talk about scratching. That urge to shred your couch can feel like a personal attack, but it's actually a sophisticated form of communication. Cats scratch to sharpen their claws, stretch their muscles, and most importantly, to leave a visual and scent-based message. They have scent glands in their paws. They scratch most heavily in areas where their most important relationships happen: the couch where you sit, the doorway you walk through. Your cat isn't trying to destroy your stuff, they're trying to embed their scent into the places you share, marking your home as their territory. Before we go further, if you're enjoying this breakdown of your cat's secret language, go ahead and hit that like button. It helps more cat owners find these insights. Their sleeping position is another mood ring. When a cat sits like a loaf of bread, with paws tucked under, they are comfortable but alert. But when a cat is sprawled completely on their back, legs splayed, belly exposed, they are in a state of total vulnerability. They only sleep like that when they feel 100% safe. If your cat sprawls out next to you, you are their safest place in the world. Then, there's the shadow. You get up to go to the kitchen, and your cat, who was dead asleep a moment ago, is immediately at your heels. You go to the bathroom, they're there. You walk back to the couch, they follow. This isn't neediness. This is a cat actively choosing your company. In the wild, bonded cats stay close. Every time they leave a warm nap to walk with you, they are making a conscious decision. And they're choosing you. And finally, let's tie it all together with the very question we started with. Why does your cat insist on climbing on you? They have a bed, a blanket, a couch, the entire house. And yet, the moment you sit, they are on your chest, your lap, your keyboard. Why you? Here's the answer. When a cat chooses to press against your body, they are recreating the first safe experience they ever knew. First, there's your heat, a living, fluctuating warmth that no electric blanket can replicate. Second, there's your scent, the most comforting smell in their world. But the third element is the one that hits home. Your heartbeat, that rhythmic thud beneath your chest, is the very first sound a kitten learns to associate with safety. It's the sound of their mother, the sound of protection. When they curl up on you, they aren't just looking for a warm spot. They are returning to the feeling of home. You are not their favorite seat, you are their definition of home. So, which of these secret signals does your cat send the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if your cat follows you into the bathroom, just type guilty. If this video helped you understand your cat a little better, hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. We've got more secrets to share. Your cat has been talking to you the whole time. Now, you finally understand the conversation.